Hello metalheads, let's talk about metal and the band Pantera that is fucking overdue on that channel. And today I will be doing my top 25 favorite songs by the band from Dallas, Texas, and the Brothers Habit. I know the band since 1992. I was so young, but my baseball coaches were playing that thing at high fucking volume, and I just fell in love with the sound. And that was one of the first metal band that I was introduced. And what I liked about Pantera right off the gate was absolutely amazing riffing by Dimebag Darrell. All the sounds that he was doing with his guitar, his best influence, his guitar hero was Eddie Van Halen. So yeah, he was replicating some of the stuff of Eddie, but he was adding his own stuff. He had that groovy kind of riffs, and he was using a lot the whammy bar and the pinch harmonics and the natural harmonics, also dive bombs, and he was so fucking tight and brilliant. Yes, and you got Vinny, his brother, Vinny Paul, with always the best drum fill for all those crazy riffs by Dimebag. He was not over the top. He was just bringing the right amount of drum. I always thought that Vinny always was always finding the right drum beat for every riff. And Rex Brown has a groovy bass, always the right amount of notes, not anything like Les Claypool, obviously, but the rhythmic section was so good in Pantera. And you got Phil Anselmo that evolved a lot through the times. He came on power metal in 1988 and evolved a lot from the high pitched screaming a la Rob Alford to deep growl, and yeah, a lot of different vocals, very aggressive one. So let's start that list with my first pick. It's not my first pick, it's my 25th pick, because I will do it in reverse, obviously. So it's Clash with Reality from the Cowboys from Hell album. So many great riffs in that song. The solo section is outstanding, and on that album Phil was using, he was beginning to use more his raspy voice, a little bit his growls, but also his high-pitched vocals. So his best singer at the time was Rob Alford, so that's why. Clash with Reality. Number 24, it's Death Rattle from their last album. Reinventing the Steel. I think there's some really good songs on that album, and Death Rattle is one of my best, definitely. I really like the middle section with that riff with the solo on top, and I think Vinnie Paul has some of his best drumming in that song. Really cool song. A lot of great riffs by Dimebag Darrell. Number 23, that song is well known, is called I'm Broken, I'm Having a Good Time, like he said on the Life Proof album. Yes, what a nice riff, groovy riff, nice ending to the song. And live they were adding a nice part from a song from Vulgar Display of Power. I think it was the end of By Demons Be Driven. Anyway, really cool riffs, nice solo, and really emotional song by Phil Anselmo on vocals. Next up, it's another emotional song. It's called This Love from the Vulgar Display of Power album. It's a ballad. That's the first ballad I heard from the band. and I was really impressed by the contrast of the soft clean guitar part and the furious chorus, and finally that fucking riff through the end, just before the solo. That riff is on another song, a bonus track from the Cowboys from Hell album. It's the main riff of that song. It's the song is "To Live." Is I will write it on the screen. I just don't remember. Fuck. I don't like that. That's a bonus track on Cowboys from Hell. Really nasty song. And yes, the solo is magnificent. And also, I really like the breakdown. Who doesn't like that breakdown by Pantera? Next up is called A New Level from the same album. Really like the opening riff, really heavy. And then you got the thrash metal riff. Really nice picking. And that solo, that's one of the best of Dimebag, I think, on that album. Really cool solo. Yes, that's a really nasty track. That chorus is so nice, so aggressive. Cool song. Top 20. Number 20 for me is The Sleep. Another ballad from the Cowboys from Hell album. Everybody is talking about Cemetery Gate. And for cause, that's a fucking nasty, great song. But The Sleep, that solo, just that rhythm, and you got that solo that is never ending on top. Really like the riffs also on that song. Really underrated song by Pantera. Next one is a well-known song. It's Strength Beyond Strength. The opener of Far Beyond Driven. How to start an album with so many aggressiveness, energy. So cool. The first minute and a half of that song is just pure beauty. I think the middle part is a little bit dragging to me. There's a lot of fucked up sound that Dimebag is doing with his guitar. It's cool, but that's why it's not higher, because the first half of the song is just whoa, and they come back with those parts at the end, fortunately. Next one, you don't expect that choice. It's Where You Come From. That was the last song on the album Live Proof they did in 1997. There was 2 original tracks on that album, that live album, and 2 studio tracks. I Can't Hide, which was a punkish song, and that song that is filled with so many great riffs by Dimebag, so groovy. The end of the song, the outro, like 3 new riffs at the end of the song. The solo is magnificent. The intro is incredible. The chorus is so nice with that riff that I will not try to replicate for your sake and mine too, because I have some dignity sometimes, not always. Where You Come From. If you don't know well that song, go dig it. Next one is Suicide Note Part 2. What an intense song. Wow. It's such an incredible song, and that's the kind of song you absolutely want them to play live, because it's a fucking burst of energy, burst of brutality. I can say brutality with that song. That's a nasty song from the great Southern Tranquil. Great one. Next one, number 16, it's 5 Minutes Alone. I know that's way higher on some people list. I just think that song is just way better live. Live, it sounds so incredible. Sounds really incredible on the album also, but just the version they have on Live Proof, whoa, it sounded so much better, because I think the drum sound on Far Beyond Driven is lacking a little bit of punch like you have on Vulgar and you have on the Great Southern Trendkill. It's a personal taste, but I think, yeah, they should have keep the drum sound of Vulgar or just go with the Great Southern Trendkill one. But at the same time, that album sounds way more raw, and I think that's what they wanted, something more dirty. So next one, it will be number 15, and it's called Heresy from the Cowboys from Hell album. It's such a great song, that opening riff with so much intensity. Yes, it's so good. The solo is so good. Phil on vocal is like ferocious. Really like that song. Another underrated gem from Pantera. Next one is fucking old style. Yeah, fucking old style. Nasty song, a short one, really trash metal song, a lot of intensity again. That solo is really nice. The main riff, so cool, and I love Phil how he drives the song in that one. So cool. That's one of the songs you absolutely want them to play live also. Yes. Next up, it will be The Underground in America. Yeah, I really dig that song. I know it's not popular. I don't fucking care. It's such a great song with a lot of great riffs, a lot of inventive riffs by Dimebag, and that middle part is really cool, and the drumming of Vinny is one of the best he ever did to me. It's really intense, and it prepares the table for the last song on the album, which it's not in my top 25, but I really like that song anyway, the closing track of the Great Southern Trendkill. Next one, it will be All Shada. Oh no, I will not try to hit those high notes. No, I'm just not able to do that, fortunately for you. And the riffing, again, so many great riffs. The solo is absolutely amazing. The high pitch vocal, shrieking vocal by Phil Anselmo in that song is just something special on that freaking track, and a lot of intensity again. Next one is a big heavy song. It's called War Nerve, and I really like that second track on the Great Southern Trendkill. A lot of big riffs again, a lot of great pounding, drumming. Rhythm section is so heavy, so loud, and Phil is sounding really, I love his voice on that album. It's much deeper. I really love it. So aggressive. And we are heading into the top 10, and I'm talking about all those incredible albums, and I'm thinking about maybe I will be doing a top ranking of all albums, because there's songs that I didn't consider. I don't have any songs from the first 4 albums, but I have to admit I really like power metal. Yeah. Do you want that, a ranking of Pantera's album? Tell me. Top 10. Slaughtered. Really dig that song. Starts with like a breakdown, big riffs, big chunky riffs. Phil is really angry. You feel that he's really trying to push his voice a lot on that song, and it's working really well. Really like that one. No solos in that song, but that's not a problem, because the drum and the vocals and the riffs are doing the song. No need for a solo, so that's great. Next one is called Rise, another underrated gem from Vulgar Display of Power. Is there anything underrated on that album? I don't know, but that song I think should be way more popular. The riffing is so groovy on that song, but there's also fast riffing like the opening riff, that is the chorus at the same time. The solo is like blistering notes all the way, but so melodic at the same time. Really like that metal part through the end. Really nasty song. Next one is a really outstanding song. It's from here and through the end. It's all masterpieces to me. And it's Revolution Is My Name, my favorite song from Reinventing the Steel. Just the starting riff is one of the best riff Pantera ever wrote, Dimebag. And I really like that they have two solos in the song, and both solos are well put together with the rhythm section of Vinny and Rex Brown. So I really love how they are following the solo of Dimebag on both of them. And yes, really like also Phil on vocal, but yeah, really like the rhythm section that goes with those solos. Next one is Cemetery Gate, and what a fucking masterpiece of a song. So good, so fucking magnificent. The solo in that song is, for a lot of people, the best Dimebag ever did. I think it's, yeah, top 5 for sure. So many emotional part and licks in that solo, but Phil is so good on vocal at the same time. Don't forget about him. The riffs are all really different, but so cool. So many cool ideas in that song, and that's why it's such an iconic song. Next one, it is from the same album, Cowboys from Hell. It's called Domination. And yeah, they loved back in the days to do the dumb hollow mashed, but why not playing Domination in full? Man, that song kills. It's so good, starting with a lot of energy. That's so good. That solo section is really fantastic, and you got that fucking breakdown in that outro solo. Oh wow, that's not for a strange reason that song is so popular. It's just so well put. It was at the time so creative at the same time. So yes, that's why it's over there. Top 5 now. Yeah, haha. Another one you're not thinking it will be high as that, and it's called Shedding Skin from Far Beyond Driven. I just think some of the best Dimebag riffs are on there, and some of the best Phil's vocal. Phil's is delivering so many raspy, angry vocals on that song, and the riffs are just so interesting to me and different. A lot of riffs are different than what you will normally hear in Pantera. A lot of picking and a lot of it's a darker track also, I think, in my point of view. But yeah, one of the best track in my book. Okay, next I have another track that it's not that popular, and I don't know why. It's the Great Southern Trendkill. Man, opening an album like that after the Far Beyond Driven, you're like, they can't top that. And yeah, yes, they did it. The Great Southern Trendkill is probably, the first half is probably the most aggressive thing they have done. It's so loud, it's fast. All Phil is delivering, his lyrics is astonishing to me. And right in the middle, you got that fucking ballsy riff. Maybe my favorite Dimebag riff of all time. Oh yeah, that's so cool and not cringy like when I say it with my fucking mouth. That riff is outstanding, and then you have the solo on top of that, then you have a second line of solo on top of that, and then you have a third fucking, and there's almost 3 solos at the same time with that fucking backbone of a riff. Fuck! How you can write things like that? My god, that's so incredible to me. So, what a fantastic track. Next one, top 3, Mouth for War. Yeah, it has to be at the top, almost at the top. Mouth for War is such a great track. Some of the best, like, heavy, groovy riffs of Dimebag, and some of the best vocal lines of Phil. Yeah, you got everything. The solo is beautiful. The drum, everything is perfect in that opening track of Regardless of Power. And yeah, that has to be there. And last 2 tracks. What do you think will be there? The second best is Cowboys from fucking Hell. And yeah, Cowboys from Hell was my favorite track for a long time, and I think maybe that it's not my favorite now because I've listened to that track just too many times. But everything is perfect about that track. The intro, the riffs, those groovy riffs, southern metal style riffs, that solo, and that part after the solo with the drum of Vinny, and oh my god, this is delightful. It's so tasty. And that chorus, the real chorus, not the one that Phil was singing live, but the real chorus on that album is so nice with a great delivery again. So, don't have to talk a lot more about Cowboys from Hell, you know about it. And my best track by Pantera is The Art of Shredding. The last track of Cowboys from Hell, the best intro they ever did. They have like 4 great riffs before the song even started for real, and then you hear Phil shouting his heart out on that scream, and it's just a ruthless riff. Oh my god, such a nice thrash metal song, and the solo is one of the best they ever did. The chorus is outstanding. Everything is pure gold about that song, and that's why it's my favorite. And I know there's a lot of songs I didn't talk about and that are not in that list, and you're like, you're fucking crazy, there's no Becoming, oh no, there's no Walk, oh no. Yeah, there's just songs that are better. They are really good, those songs, but yeah, and really original, because Becoming has that riff that is really one of a kind, and you know it's that song from the first second, and that's really cool to be able to pull that off. Yeah, and Dimebag was one of a kind guitar player, that's why. And there's other tracks that I didn't put in it, but I will have been able to put like all the Cowboys from Hell track on that fucking top 25, I think. But at the same time, I really like other tracks, and I think the last 5 albums are so great. And yeah, I will not spoil my ranking, but yeah, I really love all of them. So what track did you miss in my top? Yeah, Floods is one of them, probably. Drag the Waters, probably. I don't know. Hollow? Yeah, Hollow is a fucking great track also. There's so many. It's so difficult. Even to do, I think a top 40 will have been tough because you always have to left out some of the tracks that you love too. So yeah, which track you wish will have been higher or will have been there at all? So thank you. Put your top 10 at least or top 5 songs of Pantera. Want to discuss that thing? I don't know. I never heard somebody tell me like a top 25. So it was a deep top 25. Yeah. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Pantera forever. Dimebag. Vinny. Rest in peace. My guys. Heroes of metal. And have a banger of a day. Cheers.